I like the body positive movement a lot because if you don't love yourself, how are you able to love other people? And I'm talking about the real definition of love, not the definition of love that people use now, which is you love me, that means you agree with everything I say. No, that's not love. It's not. With love, it comes with correction, it comes with guidance, it comes with encouragement, it comes with a lot of stuff. Real love comes with a lot of stuff. It's not the yes man. Oh, you believe this? Yes, I agree. Oh, you believe that? Oh, yes, I agree. Oh, yes. No, that's not love. So let's get that out the way before I go any further. So, how can you love yourself if you're not doing what you need to do to truly get yourself in the best position possible? What do I mean by that? So the body positive movement that's going on now. I saw a video about fat phobia, and I'm looking like what? And I can say, as a person that is morbidly obese and working on it, because I didn't love myself to the point that I wanted to be my best self. And being my best self doesn't only mean trying to look cute in the skin that I have on the outside when the inside is jacked up. That's not love. You're deceiving yourself. You are. As a person, my highest weight was 433 pounds. My highest weight was 433 pounds. So I can say, from a person who's experienced a lot of things, you have to get to the root of the problem of why you're having the problem with addiction, with food. And not all people that are morbidly obese or overweight have an addiction with consuming too much food. Most of them do. Most do. But not all of them. Some have a problem with binge eating. So they will eat like once a day. And I'm not talking about choosing the healthiest food. I'm not talking about that. No. Mm-mm. They will eat like once a day. And when you eat once a day, especially if the food is not healthy, I don't encourage eating once a day, as a person in the medical field. So let me just say that. But if you eat once a day and the meal is a large meal, your body tends to hold on to it because your body is literally starving the rest of the time. Okay? And I had a habit of doing that. So that's where I can come from, that area. When I worked in the hospital, in trauma, burn, in neurosurgery, brain, spine surgery, and stuff like that. I worked in a lot of areas. Cancer, I worked for a long time. But when I worked in those areas, listen, a lot of times you barely even have time to use the bathroom, right? Sometimes you don't even get a break because your patient load is one, high, and two, your patients are unstable in those areas. So you don't get to eat, you barely get to use the bathroom, and if you use the bathroom, a charge nurse will be calling you and asking you, where are you? When you literally just walk in the bathroom to try to sit on the toilet. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the body positive movement. And so when I finish work, right? I go to a fast food place in the morning because I worked nights most of my medical career. I worked days, some a very short number of years, but mostly it's nights. And I go to a fast food restaurant that sells breakfast, eat the breakfast, and you know what you're gonna do after you eat the breakfast? I come home, get my daughter, who was young at the time in elementary and middle school and high school, who was young at the time, younger than she is now, and get her ready to go to school, drop her off quickly so I can rush back and go to sleep, because guess what? You have to go back to work. And then before you're not able to sleep all day. So then you had to pick up your child, and you've been sleeping all day to get back to work. So then the best thing for you to do would be to cook. No, I didn't cook. I went back to a fast food restaurant, get something to eat for me and my daughter, and see if I could get a couple more naps in before going to work. Because I already know once I get to work, it's going to be very, very exhaustive. A lot of walking up and down. I mean, it's going to be a lot. So I did that for many, many, many years. And not only that, but everyone that's morbidly obese is not in the same situation. And even though I was 433 pounds, I might not have looked like other people at 433 pounds, only because I had to walk so much in the hospital. But I was 433 pounds, and no one will ever believe I was 433, but I actually was. I went on the scale at doctor before I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy in this year, 2022. So I did that, and I decided that I wanted to stop putting other people first and to love myself 100%. Because if my body, and it is a temple of God, and you love God, who would have God in a temple where you're tired? So if God tells you to do something, a lot of times you're so tired and exhausted, a lot of things you can't do. Some of the body positive people, they might have, well, more than likely they do, comorbidities, meaning other health issues that are associated with obesity. And one thing you have to realize, when you're obese, you have a lot more blood circulating in your body to perfuse every area of your body. So that increases you for a lot of things. A lot. It increases you for blood clots, which I've had blood clots. It increases you for high blood pressure. I've never had high blood pressure. And high blood pressure causes damage to other small blood vessels. Oh my goodness. Why can't I speak? I don't know. Blood vessels, right? So we have small blood vessels in the kidneys, where the kidneys has to filtrate the blood and balance electrolytes and everything to make sure they're done properly throughout the body, and regulate how much liquid or urine you can put out and how much to keep. But when those are damaged, your body has problems regulating it. And not only that, when you have a lot of blood circulating in the body, it puts a lot more pressure on your blood vessels. It can cause damage to the inside of your blood vessels with so much pressure being on the inside. And I understand that you have to love yourself. In order for me to start making those changes and started working out 4 days a week, I had to love myself in order to do that. I could not, out of my mouth, say that I love myself and I'm neglecting my body. Don't we have to get to the point now that we have to stop lying to ourselves. We lie to ourselves. I mean, we could convince ourselves about anything. And I don't want to get on a rant about that. But let me just close with this part. When the person was talking about people being fat phobic, first of all, people do not have fear of fat. I mean, we are throwing around this word phobic like it's salt to season your food or something. I don't know what's going on with this word phobic. Fat phobic, homophobic. Stop. If you have a psychological problem, you have a psychological problem. That have nothing to do with phobia. I'm gonna tell you right now. But not only that, people have preferences. And one of the videos I saw, she was like preferences, someone that likes kayaking, someone that likes canoeing, someone that likes this, and someone, she was talking about all kind of stuff. Can't remember exactly what she was saying, because when I hear foolishness, my brain usually goes shoop and throw it away, because I don't have no space for garbage in my mind. But the word, some of the stuff I can remember, I'm gonna talk about it. And it doesn't make any sense. No one is fat phobic. Okay? If a person doesn't like me because I'm still in the process of losing weight and loving myself and changing the foods that I eat, that is okay, because that's not their preference. Because listen, at this point right now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I meet someone that likes camping, jogging, canoeing, kayaking, skiing, even though I do want to do those things, right now, I don't have the energy right now. I have a lot more energy since I had started working out and everything. But my energy level ain't that, it ain't there yet. It ain't there yet. And if you prefer not to be with someone like me, it is okay. Because I have preferences. Everyone has preferences. And that is okay. How did we get so sensitive? And I can tell you how we got so sensitive. We got so sensitive because we feel from since we were younger, there's something happened. I have to keep brushing my neck because I'm in the park and these ants are walking all over my neck. Okay. We feel this way because in the past we suffered some type of trauma. And everyone has a coping skill. Everyone has to survive. Everyone has to survive. And the people who struggled with surviving, unfortunately, have died, committed suicide. And that is sad. It is horrible. But all of us try to survive. Some people, they cannot take it anymore and they take their life. And that is extremely, extremely sad. But the rest of us, we do our coping skills, and everyone has different coping skills. Some people draw to addiction. I don't care if it's addiction to food and it's reflected on your body with obesity. And let me say this also, as a person that's been in the medical field for a long time, right? Over 10 years. Over 50 years. I don't want to keep going. But who has been in the medical field for a long time, there are people that's addicted to eating that genetically they're not able to gain fat on the outside of their body. When I say on the outside of their body, I mean underneath the skin. I don't mean like literally on the outside of the skin. I mean underneath their skin. Between the muscle tissue and the skin, right? There are some people that cannot gain weight like that. But I have seen numerous people that have been my patients, even though they can't gain fat on under the skin. Trust me, that fat is in the liver. That fat is in the blood vessels. Just because you can hide your issues, it doesn't mean that you don't have them. Because all of us have been through some type of trauma. And we all cope differently. Like I said, some people with addiction, right? Food, alcohol, sex, adrenaline, like what they call adrenaline junkies. Everyone has their coping skill. And unfortunately, in society, some coping skills are more accepted than others because it doesn't show. That's why I say I love the fact that you love yourself, the body positive movement, but what it stands for, no. No. We have to thrive to be our best self. I don't know anyone that wants to come on social media. Well, it happens now. Let me not say that way. Let's backtrack. Why would anyone want to come on social media and pretend like their life is all good and happy, and then at nighttime all your skeletons come out? Why? Deal with the issues. Deal with the issues. And me personally, to help me, because I've been struggling with weight loss since I was 8 years old, my help came from above. Listen, I went to Jesus, over and over and over and over, until God helped me realize that doing certain things is a process. Not everything can be done overnight. And we as Christians, we like miracles. I'm telling you, we like miracles. However, some things need a process, because one thing God doesn't do is put a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. We're the society that we're the microwave society. We want things now, right? And we like putting Band-Aids on gunshot wounds. Now, people are that, and this is sad, and a lot of people who deal with issues of gender dysphoria, a lot of people, because I'm a Christian, they will think that I'm insensitive to the issues. I am not insensitive to issues, because I understand where the issues come from. And it's so sad. I saw some people on YouTube, and they're talking about some days they're a female, some days they're male, some days their name is this, some days they're... Okay. I haven't read the new and updated DSM-5, the book on psychiatric disorders, right? But I remember that used to be a psychological problem. That was a psychiatric problem that needed medication, not surgery. Now, that doesn't mean I'm insensitive to the issues of the person, because the person really, really feels that way. They do. But I'm not going to be the one that encourages a person to stay in that mental instability that they're going through. No. You know what kind of friend I want? I want a true friend. A friend that really loves me. A friend that will tell me, you know what? Maybe you need to push away the plate. You know, maybe today we need to eat something different. And I know in this society, people gonna be like, oh, she just hating on me. No. When a person truly loves you, all of us did not have parents that truly loved us. But for the people that do have an example of a parent that truly loves us and know how to parent, let me just add that on there, knows how to parent. The parent knows that tomorrow, for example, you have to go to school, right? So you're still in school. So the parent knows that in order for you to be able to function properly at school, and for you to have enough attention and energy at school, they're going to tell you to go to bed at a certain time. Now, would you say that your parent is hating on you because they ask you to go to bed at 9:30? Oh, she hating on me. My dad hating on me. He hating on me because he asked me to go to bed at 9:30. And someone, if you had a friend with sense, they were like, don't we have school tomorrow? Yeah. And they were like, man, stop playing. Go to bed. Bye. Now that's a friend. If you are expecting me, even if you don't know me, I don't care. I love humans enough to let them know that no. I understand and I hear what you're going through, that you're going through a coping mechanism for a trauma. But you are looking at things through a damaged lens. The lens is not clear, so you're not able to see clear. So you need help from other places. You know what? Let me just leave it at that.